In this video you're about to watch, I'll talk about the extended family and how important the extended family used to be in terms of stability. Right? Now that has been destroyed in place of this thing called a nuclear family. This nuclear family was developed by Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan during the 1970s. They thought more about the economy than how the importance of family was. They wanted a family unit that would be easy to transport from one end of the country to another, or from one country to another country, yeah, and forgot all about the importance of the family network for stability. Now you've got a lot of problems in society, such as people going to prison, mental health issues, yeah, depression, and all of these things, yeah, the breakdown of morals and values, all that has been lost. Now in this video I emphasize in some places black people and how their family network has been destroyed. Where I mention black families, right, I'm only using that to emphasize certain points, because I believe that the black family has been the family that has been most affected by this new system. Okay, white families, they've been destroyed. Italian families, they've been destroyed. French, Spanish, yeah, their families have been destroyed by this new network, which just focuses on the individuals and small nuclear family. Now, as I say again, right, where I emphasize in the video about black people in the economy and black families, right, that is to illustrate a certain point. Or otherwise, if you don't hear me mentioning the word black families, I'm talking about the extended family generally in all groups. I'm talking about the extended family in all groups, because these groups have all been affected one way or another by not having their extended family network around them. Poverty has increased. Criminality has increased. But the thing is, I'm stressing here, the most paramount thing I'm stressing is how the family network has been destroyed in general by the economy, yeah, and by the laws that's come out, and by the ideologies of government. As I say once again, I'm not trying to offend anyone, right? But where I emphasize in the video about black people and black families is only to stress certain points. The extended family globally has been destroyed, right? Because of political ideologies, yeah? And economics and laws. The family has been destroyed, and I think we should be trying to get back to the extended family network, yeah, where people can have their families around them to give them some support, both financially, economically, morally, and politically, right? We need to get back to the extended family, and this is what I'm trying to stress in this video. Anyway, please watch this video. Greetings people, this is Eldad Amara, back with another video. If you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe and share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell in the top right hand corner of your screen. That way, every time I release a video, you will be notified, okay? Right, I want to talk today about the importance of the family. I watched a video by a guy called Papa Duck, right? And his video was very, very interesting, where he's talking about how important the family is. And I totally agree with him. Yeah, because from the family, right, from the family grows nations. From the family grows nations. But you know what? Also from the family is where you get your discipline, where you get your morals, where you get your values, yeah, where you get your rules. All of this starts from within the family first. Now, how the family network is now, right? You don't have an extended family. There's very few people now with extended families, right? You have a lot of single families, yeah, or lone parent families now in society. But is this a deliberate thing? I partially think it is, because you know what? In the 1980s, no, actual fact it was the 1970s, yeah? A woman by the name of Margaret Thatcher, she was the Prime Minister of Britain, right? She wanted to develop something called a nuclear family. She wanted to develop something called a nuclear family. And also, President Ronald Reagan, who was out about the same time as Margaret Thatcher, yeah? He was a Republican, yeah? A Republican president. And Margaret Thatcher had similar ideas about developing a nuclear family. Now, Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, our Prime Minister in the 1970s, she wanted to create a very small family network, yeah? So that this family would be able to travel up and down the country, yeah, quite easily. Whereas an extended family, you cannot move so easily around the country, yeah, for work. Yeah, so this was all about the economy and all about work. She wanted to create a small nuclear family, okay, consisting of one husband and his wife and perhaps 2 children, yeah, forgetting about the extended family, yeah, like in the old days where we used to have our aunts, uncles, yeah, cousins and all the rest of it, as an extended family, all living in a quite close proximity in a tight community. Thatcher wanted to get rid of the extended family, as I say, in favour of this nuclear family. And so did Ronald Reagan. They've both got a lot to answer for. Yeah? They both got a lot to answer for because, right, the way society is now and the way families are now, right, you see a lot of crime now, more than, say, 40 years ago. You see a lot more young people who've got mental health problems, yeah? You've got a lot more people in prisons, more homeless people. This is all, I believe, as a result of society breaking down, because you no longer have the extended family. Was invented so that this family could travel from one city to another for work, and it fitted in with the economy at the time, right? Thatcher said, check this out, Thatcher, she turned around and she said, there's no such thing as the family. There's only individuals. That says a lot, doesn't it? It actually came out of her mouth. There is no such thing as the family. There's only individuals. Right? There's a guy called Emile Durkheim. And Emile Durkheim, a French philosopher, he talked about an anomic society. Right? So when you have a whole society together, it's more stable. Yeah? But as society starts to fragment, yeah, like an orange, you got different segments of an orange. As that orange starts to fragment, yeah, so does society. It starts to fragment, and you have things such as more criminalization. Yeah, you have more people going into things like mental hospitals as you start to split the whole. Right? People become very alienated and isolated through not having their extended family network around them. When I was growing up as a kid, we had our extended family, right? My grandmother used to look after us as kids whilst my mum went out to work, yeah? If my gran wasn't looking after me, it would be my grandfather. And if it wasn't my grandfather, it would be my uncle, right? All our family lived close together, yeah? We lived close together, just round the corner from each other, or a couple of blocks away. Even in terms of the community, everyone seemed to know each other, yeah? So, my mother's friends and my grandmother's friends would know us, yeah? They would know who we were. And if we done something wrong, yeah? If they saw us doing something wrong on the street, it would get reported back to my grandmother or my mother. Even back in them days, if you did something wrong, right, you get a clip round your earhole from a friend of the family. But that doesn't happen now. Now, you tend to find that a lot of kids, and I'm not saying all kids, right, but you find a lot of kids are unruly and they don't like to follow rules and they don't like to be told what to do. Discipline, for example, in a school, in the classroom, you used to have respect for your teachers, yeah? You used to have respect for your police officers, but now that has kind of gone out the window. When I go to schools and I see kids now in schools, right, they got their foot up on the desk, they're chucking around papers, they got their mobile phones out, right, they're telling the teachers to fuck off and all the rest of it, yeah? Now, back in my days, we had something called a cane. And if you were rude to a teacher, you were sent to the headmaster and you were caned, yeah? Or you were given the dap. Now, all that has gone out the window because now you've got laws now protecting children. And rightly so, you've got laws that are protecting children. In England, you've got something called the Children's Act, right? I think the 1984 and 19, if I'm correct, the 1984 and 1989 Act that came out gave the state more and more powers, yeah, in the home and less power to the families. So kids have got now more rights, yeah, than they did 40 or 50 years ago. And parents cannot so easily discipline their children. Now, I don't agree with things like beating your children. Yeah, that is totally wrong. But a clip round the earhole, that is different from abusing or beating up a child. Yeah, you can't even say certain things to your children now without the state being involved. It's as though the state now owns the children. It's like the state now owns the children. And you got another thing as well with this nuclear family, right? And one in three people who get married are ending the marriage in divorce. Now you've got a lot of lone parent families, and the mother or the father has to go out and work. They got no family support, no family network behind them, right? So the children are coming home with no parents at home, right? They're called latchkey kids. We call them latchkey kids in England. So the kids are coming home, and you know what? The TV is their parents. Everything they see and watch on TV is what they're taking in. Okay? So the violence, the nudity and all the rest of that that's on TV, right? This is what the young people are seeing, right? And this is what they're conforming to because they haven't got their parents around, right, to be able to keep an eye on them and to monitor what's going on. Now, I keep saying, it's not every parent, yeah? It's not every parent, and God bless those parents who are looking after the children the best that they can, right? Especially in this situation where you're bringing up children on your own. But there's also, on the other hand, parents who don't give a shit about their own kids. You know, Papa Duck, he talks in his video about parents walking around half naked in front of their kids, or got their booties out, or sitting there with your legs open. Yeah, what are you instilling into your children? Yeah, there's some parents who'll sit there and they'll inject themselves, yeah, with heroin or whatever in front of their kids, or smoke weed. What are you instilling into your children? What virtues, what morals, yeah, are you instilling into your children? And as I keep saying, it's not all parents, right? It's not all parents that are like this. But there are certain parents out there who don't really give a shit about what their kids are up to, or even how they conduct their own personal selves in front of their children. They don't even give a shit about how they conduct themselves in front of their own children. Now, I totally agree with Papa Duck. Hear what he has to say about this.
We had a clean slate at some point in time in our lives. When we came into the world, we didn't know shit. Someone had to teach us this. Someone had to show us this. Not only us, our parents. Someone had to show them, teach them. They brought it down to us. And if we don't stop the generational curse, we're going to pass it down to our own kids. That's why I tell you, as an auntie, don't be walking around the house with them little bit ass pants on with your big ass hanging out, with your nephews and your nieces looking. Don't do that, TT. You have to understand, man. Everyone is attacking us as black people. Everybody, bro. Even our own people, bro. So my thing is this. It starts in the home first. You need family structure. So when them kids go outside the world, they know how to conduct. You understand me? And that's all I'm saying. All these things carry over to how we conduct business.
We need to come correct. We need to start extended family network. Yeah? Because the family is so important. It's so central to a lot of things. It's essential to our morals, our virtues, our values, yeah, our rules. It all starts within the home first. Yeah, we need to get back to our extended family network where we can all help to support our family members. And you know what? The Nation of Islam said, from the family grows nations. From the family grows nations. You have to start with the family first, right? And then from the family is then community. It extends to the community, and then from the community it extends out again and out again, right? Till you build a nation. Right now, especially right now, right? More so than any other groups, the black family are very fragmented. I've overgeneralized, right? But it's true. The black family, right, has become much more fragmented, I think, than any other social group that's out there. There are a lot of other social groups out there. The network, the family network, is not around no more like it used to be, right? But I'm talking more specifically here about the black family, right? Because a lot of fathers, sadly to say, are ending up in prison or in mental asylums, yeah, and a mother is having to do the job of both the mother and the father. Sometimes it's flipped the other way around, where it's the mother that's inside or in a mental institution, and it's the fathers that's having to bring up the children, yeah. So sometimes it's flipped round the other way. But either way, listen, our family network is very important, so we need to try and get back to that family context. I wish to address another point. In this video by Papa Duck, yeah, he's a content creator in America, a really, really good content creator. I love his videos, man. Yeah, he's very, very good. If you've never heard of him, right, go onto YouTube and check out a guy called Papa Duck. He's put out some amazing videos, right, about AI technology, about the family. He's put out stuff about the relationship between the prison industry, yeah, and hip-hop music and all the rest of it. Like myself, right, he's a conscious brother and he's putting out some good content, right. But there's a point that I have here which I slightly disagree with him on, right? He turns around and he says that in terms of the movie industry, the rap industry, yeah, and the TV stations, yeah, that how they portray black people, there should be rules and regulations, yeah, to prevent that. Because how we're being portrayed on TV and that, as things like drug sellers, criminals, yeah. The music industry and the TV companies should be held accountable for how they're portraying black people. I disagree with this, is that I think we have to start with ourselves first. We have to start with ourselves first, right? We can't be having on records us cussing each other out, calling each other the N-word. I'm not going to say what the word means, but I think everyone kind of are aware, especially if you listen to rap music, right? We should cut out using that N-word and stop referring to women as bitches and hoes, yeah, and all that sort of stuff, okay? I think it needs to start with us first, because like Mahatma Gandhi said, you have to be the change that you want to see in society. The change has to start with you first. You have got to be the change that you want to see in society, right? And then you extend that onto your children, and then your children will extend that onto their friends, and so forth. The next person who sees that, they will probably change, and it will be like a cascading effect, okay? But the change needs to start with yourself first. Don't wait on other people to change. You change first, and then hopefully the person who's watching, observing you, they will change their actions and their behavior, yeah, and so forth and so forth. If we stop putting this negative terminology into rap music and start allowing ourselves to be portrayed in a certain way on TV, right, that has to start with us first, yeah, that has to start with us. If you're not using the N-word in rap music, right, then how are these companies going to enforce you using the word? Unless they're going to turn around and say to you, if you don't put this word into your music, then we're not going to give you a contract. Well, don't take the contract then. Don't take the contract. You need to stand up for yourself and stand up for your community. If you took the N-word out also of your music, then you wouldn't have other people from other ethnic groups singing along to a song using the N-word. It doesn't make sense why you'd want to use the N-word, yeah, in your songs. And then if you hear somebody from another racial group using the N-word, you want to tone them down. You want to tone them down, but it's in the music. You have to be the change that you want to see in society.
I'm caught up in the culture. I come from Belgrade. I come from this shit. I see this shit. But I'm a thinking man. You have to be a thinking man or a thinking woman. I say, damn, man, all we doing is what it's talking about tearing each other down. Did you see Emmett Till? How graphic that was? Imagine the picture that's painted amongst us in America or people in the world. We should be able to have a say so and say, no, you can't do that. You can't show that. Because if they keep doing this, they'll paint the picture to not only us, but everybody else that this is how niggas are. This is entertainment.
Listen, going back to the family. Going back to the family, it's very, very important that we, right, start to come back together. Yeah? Because this is where your morals, your values, yeah, your morals and all the rest of it, that's where it starts, is in the home. Yeah? We need to get back to having our extended family around us, like our aunts and our uncles and our cousins and all the rest of it, yeah? Because at the moment, a lot of us just operating on this very small nuclear family. We need to get back to the extended family. And you know what? I can see groups such as the Chinese, yeah, and the Italians, how they operate within their family network and how they're able to develop businesses, make businesses, yeah, from first starting within the family and then branching out into the community. So economically we can also help to advance our community by starting to build businesses within our family structures.
It starts in the home. That's what root is. The way you conduct your family, your primary, your immediate family at home is how you'll conduct a lot of things outside of those doors. I tell my kids all the time, the love you get in this house ain't gonna be the same love you're gonna get outside the door. But it starts in the family first, and when it comes to family in the black homes, we all over the place. Now I don't want to be disrespectful, but y'all got to understand we do have an issue. You don't look at what people are doing. Why is what you look at. We don't sit at the table and eat every day like we supposed to and talk about family issues so that our kids can see that family structure and carry that on when they have their kids. And before y'all say, well, that don't mean it's going to work, but it's going to damn sure give them a better chance.
We need to start building our economy from starting within the family, yeah? From starting within the family. And sometimes the family doesn't necessarily mean blood related. It could be very close friends getting together, yeah? Like a family and starting to build a business. But it has to start from somewhere, okay? It has to start from somewhere. You think about £1, just simple economics. You think about £1, right? If you was to pass £1 to somebody else, right, that'd be £2. If it went on to somebody else, it'd be £3. If it went on to somebody else, that'd be £4. If it went on to somebody else, £5. Someone else 6, someone else 7, someone else 8, someone else 9, someone else 10. If that money kept on going round in a circle within this community or within this group, right, you probably off that £1 make £20 or £30 before that money left the community and went somewhere else. Yeah? So group economics and practicing group economics is very, very important. You need to check a guy called Claude Anderson, right? He talks about group economics. Simple economics. you keep your money within your group or within your community, yeah, for as long as you can before you decide to let it go out of the community, yeah. Simple economics. Blessings to those people, blessings to you who are looking after your children, yeah, and your family, yeah. Blessings to you. If you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. And don't forget to hit the notification bell in the top right hand corner of your screen. Thank you. Eldad, Amara.
To be free, they want you now. Down on our knees, they want you, man. To be free, they want you now. Down on our knees. We read the Quran, book alive, boy, under the sun. Life's all fun, man, where's the gun? Eric kill the firstborn. You gotta stay strong like a lion in Zion. No one's meant to spine, send a man to around. The world's getting colder as the world's getting older. Book of life is what I told you. Great stool pigeon, the vision mind in prison. A strong mind sees spitting from the systematic plan to raise the first man. Do you understand? Political places and phases is where they wanna take us. We planned this for ages. Stages, check my rhyme, check the sages. Man is outrageous. Use their own inkling to see what they're thinking. Like a ship, so they sinking. TV kills a mind, the body kills the head. Cause you do, as I said, they don't want the money, they're already getting paid. TV kills the mind, the body kills the head. Cause you do, as I said, they don't want the money, they're already getting paid. Don't get eye up the fear on the gun trade. Did you hear what I said? Big now get paid. Don't get eye up the fear on the gun trade. Did you hear what I said? Big now get paid. On the brink of destruction, African dysfunction, bad energy accumulates, cause an evil mind state. You will congregate, accumulate wealth through battery and health. Unclean mind blessed with stress, cause they invest rockets. Nobody can stop it. Modern Al Capone, what the planning for their own. In space to clone, we moan, but can't make it on our own. It's using for the phone. Satellite needs your own. Freedom's a myth, but sorry, parachute. I'm coon fire coon. Watch what you eating, like the garden of Eden. Food misleading, the sun for greeding. Kids getting more obese each season. Mind what you plan and eating. TV kills the mind, the body kills the head. Cause you do, as I said, they don't want the money, they're already getting paid. TV kills the mind, the body kills the head. Cause you do, as I said, they don't want the money, they're already getting paid. Don't get eye up the fear on the gun trade. Did you hear what I said? Big now get paid. Black gold pandemonium, who's controlling them? Ethiopian beats on the move, not eloping. Wanna crossovers own them. What are those about? Sacrifice but lies. Peace now march, getting wise. Innocent lives taken, where drone flies. Peace fighting for survival. State taken out with a rifle. Free speech stifle. The killing disciple like Carmichael. Now world's gone at the push of a button. What's in your food like mutton? No more free hunting. Free hunting, several lines like Garvey said. I told my cousin before President Obama, who was John